And finally, the last series of the season, or not season, but the semifinals, conference semifinals in the West, the Nuggets Timberwolves series. Game one, the Timberwolves won the game kind of convincingly. Game two, they just destroyed the Nuggets as they took a commanding 2-0 series lead heading back to Minnesota. I thought, I'm not going to lie, I did think that after watching the first two games, I did think that the Nuggets were going to get swept, but to their credit, the defending champs, well, I guess they're not the defending champs anymore, spoiler alert, but ended up winning, rattling off 3 straight wins. Game 3 was a blowout. Game 4 was a blowout. Game 5 was another blowout. So 3 straight blowout wins for them. Game 6 was a blowout win by Minnesota. Ended up winning by like 45 or 50 at one point. I think it was a 50-point game at one point. But Game 7 was incredible. Game 7, the Nuggets were up by as many as 20 points. But in the by the beginning of the third quarter, with like 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter, but the Timberwolves crawled back into the game, took the lead, and really never looked back. Nuggets try to make a comeback, but ultimately the Timberwolves just were too much for them, especially defensively. Defensively, they just shut down the Nuggets in the second half. Held Jamal Murray to just 7 points. And everybody else on the Nuggets just pretty much they sucked. Aaron Gordon had a few games in the series, like 1 or 2 games in the series where he stepped up to keep the season alive for the Nuggets, but overall, the others for the Nuggets just didn't get the job done, and it was pretty much a 2-man show. Well, technically a 1-man show in the second half because Nikola Jokic was the only one who was really consistent for them in the second half. Jamal Murray went for like 24 in the first half, and like I said, was held to 7 points in the second half. But Nikola Jokic was the only person in the second half that was a constant for the Nuggets, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough for them, as they are now knocked off. They're no longer the defending champs, and Minnesota plays the Mavericks the next series in the Western Conference Finals. Should be very interesting. As for my predictions, in the East, I got the Celtics winning in 5 if KP is healthy. If he's not, I got the Celtics winning in 6. And in the Western Conference Finals, I got the T-Wolves winning in 7. But it should be very interesting conference finals though. The East and the West. I'm excited. Definitely.